welcome to 2K Sport. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. So here are the Jazz starting five. We've got Walker Kessler. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's George in at the point guard position. And for Charlotte, Miller at the 3 with Bridges at the 4. Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knipple. Still extremely early on, Grant. But talk about when coaches can tell if they've got it or not.
Well, unless you're a defending champion, a few games won't tell you much. What coaches are looking at now is how the players gel together and if they can produce consistent results.
Here's Knipple. He's covered by Kessler. For 3, Bridges. Rebounded by the Jazz. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's George after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Knipple. To the middle. Stolen by Kessler. Filipowski in the post. He's guarded by Bridges. That one goes in. Mikhailuk's got 5.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Bridges outside. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
Now here's Markkanen, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Markkanen with a screen on Ball. George passes to Markkanen, and Markkanen with the stuff.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
Pass to Knipple. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. They set the pick. And Ball gets it to go.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
During his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. He's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
Miller outside. Pass to Knipple. 5 on the clock. Here's Ball. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Mikhailuk. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Markkanen outside. George outside. Lets it fly. Again, Utah.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Charlotte trailing. Ball looks over the floor. Up top, Bridges. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Kyle Filipowski. Well, Clark, what's something that sets Miles Bridges apart from his fellow NBA players?
How about we start with toughness? I mean, he's a physical presence out there. He loves a challenge, highly competitive. I like his physicality on the wing. I mean, he invites contact, and he's not shying away from anybody.
That's good from Bridges. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a two-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Bridges hits them both. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Now here's Markkanen. On target from range. Markkanen's got his second bucket on the night.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
It's Bridges on the wing. Tipped. Now Filipowski, still without a bucket. Here's Markkanen. No luck on that one. Markkanen against Bridges. There's Ball with a three. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
George passes to Kessler. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Takes a three. Another three for Utah.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Hornets trail by 3. Here's Knippel. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Ball. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Bridges misses.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Markkanen finds George. Back to Markkanen. Back to George. Pass to Filipowski. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Here's Knippel. Miller outside. Here's Knippel. Fires from deep. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the inside. George outside. Pass to Markkanen from outside the arc. Connects from downtown. Markkanen's got 11 points.
I mean, let me remind you, Markkanen is 7 feet tall. It's incredible how he shoots it so well from deep.
Bridges, a screen on George. Now Bridges, covered by Filipowski. Fade away. Yep, that one goes. 6 points for Miles Bridges.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
George against Ball. Pass to Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. Ball against George. Ball with it. 5 points in the game. Now here's Bridges. Shoots over Filipowski. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one.
Always looking to make an impact and capable of doing so. When Bridges sees a shot, he does not hold back. He lets it fly.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And South Carolina native Asia Wilson enjoying a game here in North Carolina.
Winning that college title down in her hometown of Columbia, South Carolina, the first overall pick of the draft, and bringing a title to Las Vegas in the WNBA as well. Wilson's a superstar.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. 4-point game. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man.
And that is why Bridges is considered a premier dunker.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. The Jazz have gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. Pass to Mikhailuk. George peels it out a bit. And here's Kessler. Clock at 6. Here's Mikhailuk. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Now here's Ball. George defending. Pass to Miller. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
George passes to Kessler. Here's Mikhailuk. George for 3. Can't get it to drop. Here's Charlotte. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Bridges passes to Ball. Back to Bridges. Now Ball. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Ball's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
A different look for Utah. Sensabaugh is checked in for Filipowski, and Bailey subbed in for Mikhailuk. Here's Kessler. He had 25 points in his last game. Markkanen looking it over. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Get there.
Here's George. Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. Back to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Sensabaugh. Off target from outside. Here's Charlotte. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Ball. Utah grabs the miss. 3-pointer. They get it back. Over to the left wing. Kessler finds George. Kessler, a screen on Ball. Shot clock at 6. George. Kessler passes to George. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Sexton. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. On the wing, Connaughton fires for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Pass to George from deep. Here's Bailey. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first. Kessler, a screen on ball. And there's the lob. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Sexton misses. George outside. And here's Kessler. Knocked loose. 1 second left. No good on the shot. And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. Back after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hornets.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And another thing they've done is look to shoot from the mid-range often. So far, it's really paying off for them.
Trey Mann out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Pat Connaughton. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Salon in at the four-man position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Here's Connaughton. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Connaughton. Sensabaugh, no good.
Give the defense credit there. Normally, that's 2 points.
Outside Sexton. Right side man. 6 to shoot. Pass to Salon from the arc. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Hendricks. Finished off the break. Hendricks has got his first bucket in this one.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Sexton. Plumlee down low. Plumlee a screen. Down low. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Jazz. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Sensabaugh. He's checked by Plumlee. Here's Bailey. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Changes for Charlotte. Knipples checked in for Salon. Miller comes in for Connaughton. And LaMelo Ball is subbed in for Mann. Then for Utah, Filipowski, he's checked in for Nurkic. Markkanen comes in for Hendricks. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Bailey. Charlotte leading by 4. Ball passes to Plumlee. Sexton looking around. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Sensabaugh. Not enough on that one as it misses. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Miller finds ball. Robbed. On the break. Markkanen right side. Inside Markkanen with the size and power.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Pass to Sexton. To stop the drought. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Kyle Filipowski.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And you look at Colin Sexton. Puts points on the board, Grant, and does it efficiently.
Well, B.A., unfortunately, he gives some of that back on the other end of the floor. But there's always a place in this league for guys who can fill it up.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Here's Sensabaugh. Off the mark there with a 3.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning.
Inside. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Filipowski. He's checked by Plumlee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mikhailuk. Nails it from 3. Mikhailuk's got 8.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Here's Knipple. Back to Ball. LaMelo Ball with the stuff.
Well, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Pass to Mikhailuk. And there's a pick. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Miller, it's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. Well, you look at Kessler, 5th in the league, a really strong rebounder.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Pass to Markkanen. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Now here's Ball. He's got 10. Miller, left side. Here's Knipple. 4 on the clock. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Kessler. Charlotte shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Miles Bridges checked in for Sexton. George, he's checked in for Utah. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Markkanen outside. Here's Filipowski. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, BA, with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Charlotte leading by 5. Here's Knipple, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. George has got his second basket of the night.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Pass to Knipple. Now here's Bridges. Here's Miller. Hits the trifecta. Miller's got 8 here in this quarter.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
George sets a screen to the middle. And George with the jam.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Charlotte leading by 6. Bridges outside. Six on the shot clock. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You know, one thing this team really likes about Bridges, you can put him on either end of the pick and roll action, and he'll succeed.
George against ball. George in the post. Filipowski, the pass to George. Kessler, a screen on ball. To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. Miller on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Markkanen left side. Inside, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his... Oh, my... I mean, just
some
hard on that one, B.A.
Well, with how long he is and bouncy, Bridges is hard to stop on the bounce.
George passes to Mikhailuk. Here's Filipowski. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Charlotte leading by 8. And here's Ball. 20 points for him last game against the Heat in Miami. It's Bridges on the wing, covered by Filipowski. Back to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the wing. And here's Knipple from the arc. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 6 assists in the game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Filipowski. George for 3. Miller pulls it in. Charlotte has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jazz trail by 11. And here's George. Now Filipowski. Markkanen for 3. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
With the step back. Bridges against Kessler. Bridges passes to Miller. Here's Knipple. Rebound, Utah. Here's Mikhailuk. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Kessler. Charlotte shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. He does not get the second one. Jazz trail by 7. Now George. A 26-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
In total command of the offense, the passing was insane, especially when you consider how many points he put up.
Yes, it's good. Mikhailuk's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Takes a step back. Ball. Pushing through. LaMelo Ball.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. They trail by 7. To the inside. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
There's Ball with a 3. Kept alive. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce. And so it's Charlotte closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting locked. Well, that's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. Fellas, what stands out to you about this schedule?
Man, I don't have time to be thinking about their schedule. I got my own schedule to worry about.
What? You're too busy visiting fast food chains and shooting low-budget commercials, that's why.
Nothing low budget here, Kenny. Just ask my bank account.
Can't argue with that one, though.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Charlotte Hornets.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball, really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Jazz trail by 7. Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. Filipowski out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's George in at the point. Kessler with a bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. It can't happen.
Ball with it. Pass to Knipple. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Ball against George. Mikhailuk, the pass to Markkanen. The 3. Here's Kessler. Lays it up and banks it in. Kessler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
George against ball. Down low. Deflects the pass. Now here's Kessler. He's got 6. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, Brian. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Brian, back to you.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for the Hornets, Kalkbrenner, taking 2 shots.
And he makes a first. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 4. Kicks it to George. The 3. Miller pulls it in. Miller's got 4 rebounds now. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Bridges outside. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
To the middle. It's stolen away. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ball against Kessler. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Kessler.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
And the first one at the line is good. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
And so Ball nails both of them.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sinker it.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Here's Filipowski. To the inside. Stolen by Miller. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Here's Bridges. Ball right side. Back to Bridges. There's a screen. Takes the three. Rebounded by Mikhailuk.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Markkanen, the pass to Mikhailuk. Clock at 6. George's shot is good.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Ball. Fires the three. Oh, Ball dropping it in for 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
And glancing at their assist stats, nothing too special. They finished in the top 20, but it's certainly an area which they can improve upon.
And as you said, a great year for them on the glass. They battled down low. Here's Filipowski. 5 points in the game. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 5 assists in the game.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
Ball outside. And Charlotte, another 3.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4, and looking good doing it.
Jazz trail by 9. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. There's the 3. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
George outside, and the officials will call the illegal screen here. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. The Hornets 4th.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
On offense, here are the Hornets. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Ball. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Now here's George. And here's Filipowski. Shot clock at 6. George in the post. Guarded by Miller. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
Here's Knipple. 10 points for him. Miller on the wing. Covered by Filipowski. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hornets.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long. And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Outside Sexton. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism. Sexton can really get up and finish.
Utah moving the ball around. For three, George. Pass to Sensabaugh. It's Mikhailuk on the wing, guarded by Miller. Miller comes with a double. Nurkic passes to George. Over Sexton. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got 15 points.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
They set the pick. Pulls it. Miller can't get it to go.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Mikhailuk up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Sexton against George. Bridges outside. The three ball. Rebounded by Nurkic. Jazz trail by 7. Pass to George. Here's Sensabaugh. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
Miller, the pass to Bridges. The three from Sexton. Sends it home from three-point land. Sexton's got 5 points now this quarter.
You have to admire Sexton's confidence. Fantastic initiative and understanding when to shoot off the catch.
George, a screen on Miller. Pass to Filipowski. George outside. Deflected. Bridges outside. Bridges, a screen on George. Inside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You know, that's a set that's comfortable for Bridges. I mean, he's got a good feel for the pick and roll, either as a creator or as a finisher.
Back to George. Nurkic high post. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Stolen by Miller. Here we go, one-on-one. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Full throttle throwdown right there. No soft touch from Miller on that one.
George passes to Filipowski. George outside. Here's Nurkic, right wing. Pass to Sensabaugh. It's George on the wing. 4 on the clock. Over Sexton. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Knipple. He's got 10. Covered by Filipowski. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Jazz trail by 16. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh to halt the run. Doesn't go that time. Charlotte's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And with a big lead, it's easy to take your foot off the gas like they did there. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Plumlee's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Markkanen. He's closely guarded. Pass to Bailey. Clock at 4. Here's Sensabaugh. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Sensabaugh's got 4 points in the quarter. Ball outside. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Jazz trail by 14. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Markkanen outside. Utah moving the ball around. And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Ball with no fear. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Here's Diabate. It's guarded by Markkanen. Pass to Ball. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And he drops the first. That one's no good. Fires from way outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. We'll be right back after this word. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Ball, also Colin Sexton out there, Mason Plumlee out there with Pat Connaughton, and it's Diabate in at the 4. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
You know, Sexton can be just so clever with the ball, disrupting the defense to create for his team.
Pass to Markkanen. Takes a 13-footer. Hornets with the rebound. Following this game, they host the Magic. It'll be the second game of 4 straight at home. Right side, Sexton. Stripped away. Fast break, Utah. Here's Bailey. and laid in to finish off the break.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 5. Ball outside. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic just got 4 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. Oh, look at the fin with the finish. Lauri Markkanen.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Pass to Nurkic. Blocked! And here's Sexton. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Utah making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. And he goes in for the dunk.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Ball. Jacks up with 3. Knocks down the triple. Ball's got 14 points now in the second half.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Bailey. Six to shoot. Utah moving the ball around. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ball's got 28 points for the game.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
And there's the rejection. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. Checked by Sexton. The 3. Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. Kessler against Connaughton. Kessler passes to Bailey. Off target from three-point range. Charlotte leading by 20. Connaughton outside to the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect. Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
Ball outside. Pass to Sexton. And it's blocked by Kessler. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Sensabaugh. Markkanen right side. Lets it go from deep. Hornets with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Ball finds Sexton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And the quickness is unmatched. Tough for defenders to check Sexton. I mean, he just draws the contact right there.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Changes for Charlotte. Miles Bridges checked in for Plumlee, and Miller subbed in for Connaughton. No good on that one. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And he sinks the second. Now George. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Outside Sexton. Pass the ball. Miller left side. To the middle. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. And for Utah, they're shooting 52% from the floor so far. George outside. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Bailey, guarded by Miller. George for 3, drains the triple.
You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Outside Sexton. It's Bridges on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Bridges has got 21 points in the game.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
It's Markkanen on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Back to George. Markkanen sets a screen. And here's Bailey for 3. That shot off. Charlotte leading by 23. Pass the ball. Bridges against Markkanen. Bridges left side. And here's Miller. The rebound by Filipowski.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Beyond the arc. And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Miller outside. Back to ball. And he lobs it up top.
perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
George with it. To the inside. It's tipped. Now here's Miller. Defense right on him. Pass to Bridges. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Mikhailuk. Now Filipowski. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are two major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
And that one misses. So both teams making some changes here. He hits the second from the line. For Utah, they've gotten 7 of 16 attempts to drop since the start of the fourth. George passes to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Kessler up top. 6 on the shot clock. Over Plumlee. Kessler with a bucket. And here's Charlotte now. Now here's Mann. All right, Grant, as someone who played for and managed the U.S. men's national team, give us your all-time starting 5.
And you know, I think I'll go with 2 of the program's all-time leading scorers, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. And finally, you have to have Kobe Bryant because of just how he reset the culture in 2008.
Mikhailuk, the pass to Markkanen. And here's Filipowski. Here's Mikhailuk. Checked by Sexton. The shot by Mikhailuk, no good. Charlotte leading by 23. To the paint. Here's Diabate. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
George outside. Kessler a screen. Pass to Mikhailuk. Three-pointer. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Mikhailuk's got 6 here in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Connaughton passes to Sexton. Now here's Mann. George defending. Down low. Here's Diabate, and he jams it home with authority.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hornets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And you always like to get the early edge in a season series. It gives you confidence. It sets the table for 2 more games to come against the Jazz.
Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Mikhailuk. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Laurie.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Up top man, George defending. Man, the pass to Connaughton. Pass to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
George outside. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kelly.